What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, back with another Daily Deck Tech video. And today, I chose an interesting one because I was playing Spell Table and I saw a dude play this commander and do a lot of fun things with it. So I'm going to try to replicate that a little bit with today's deck tech. But before we get into it, if you like my daily deck techs, Magic for the Working Class, Historical Commander, discussion content, anything else in between, feel free to subscribe only if you feel I have earned it. Also, for those of you who are interested in playing Commander on Spell Table with me, at 5 p.m. Central Time in the Discord, which there is a link to the Discord in the video description, I will be in the Discord and we can play some games together. Sounds fun. I'm pretty terrible, so get ready to beat my face in. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into it. We have Captain America Living Legend. Captain America Living Legend is a 3/4 vigilance for 1 and then Azorius. And whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn, if it's the first time that creature has become tapped, this turn, untap it. So the person that I watched and played against on Spell Table was running an improvised Convoke deck and full artifacts. Now, I'm not going to go full artifacts, but I am going to borrow a little bit of stuff from that person's deck. So, in here, I'll indicate some cards that I saw them play, and we'll go from there. So what we're going to do is try to tap, untap, and do a bunch of fun things. For our creature package, we are running 27. We're running a whole bunch of little dudes here. We have a good amount of artifacts in here, as well as some other little tappy dudes. We have ourselves Adept Water Shaper. Other tapped creatures you control have indestructible. This helps give a little bit of protection. Arcanus the Omnipotent, not an artifact either. You can tap him to draw 3 cards. That's pretty good if you can draw 6 cards in one turn, helps you filter through your deck quickly. We have Chief Engineer. This is one of the cards that I saw. Artifact spells you cast have Convoke. Now remember, with Convoke, you can tap a creature to pay for 1 generic or 1 of the pips of the color of the creature being tapped. So say you want to tap for your Mendicant Core Guidelight, you could tap him and tap him to pay for his mana pips. This is a core card that I saw in this deck and made it really, really interesting. We have Drum Bellower. Untap all creatures you control during each other player's untap step. Pretty good there. Ethereum Sculptor, -1 to your cost. And remember, it's during your turn for this, so he helps untap your stuff during other turns to get more value. Makes your stuff cost 1 less. Same with Foundry Inspector. Mendicant Core is in here. He is going to have his power equal to the number of artifacts you control. Start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. And then, when you get to when each turn of each of your turns, when an opponent loses life, you go up by 1 until you hit max speed 4. And when you hit max speed, whenever an artifact spell is cast by you, you may pay 1 if you do copy it. We do have Gold Myrrh, Palladium Myrrh, Ornithopter of Paradise, and Silver Myrrh in here for just straight up mana dorks. We have Poo Poo UFO. I love this guy's name. Poo Poo UFO, which is you may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield and then pay 3 until end of turn. This creature's base power is equal to the number of towns you control. We're not playing towns. We're just using it to poop lands out. We do have Intrepid Hero, destroy target creature power 4 or greater. I put him in here just for generic value. We do have a little bit of combo with Iorith and Marvin here. So Marvin gets the activated abilities of all creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. So if you have Iorith, Marvin, and Arcanus, you can draw through your entire deck. Or if you have Marvin, Iorith, and Iron Spider, which is a legendary, you can add infinite counters. You can also do Iron Lad to reveal. As long as it's legendary, you can do this. Speaking of Iron Lad, you may look at the top card of your library at any time, Vigilance Flying, and then you can tap to reveal the top card of your library. If it's an artifact, draw a card. Iron Spider Stark Upgrade is just a Steel Overseer, but juiced. He's a 2/3 for 3. Vigilance, you can tap him to put a 1/1 counter on each artifact creature and or vehicle you control, and you can remove 2 1/1 counters from among artifacts you control to draw a card. Kappa Cannoneer, improvise, so you can use your artifacts to help pay for them. Ward 4, that's a big ward. And whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Can't be blocked this turn. Iorith of the Third Path, when it enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. You can also have yourself and target opponent draw a card. Phyrexian Metamorph, just a great card overall. You know, you can copy an artifact or a creature when it enters. We have Pippin, Guard of the Citadel, Vigilance Ward 1. Another target creature you control gains protection from the card type of your choice until end of turn. Solid all over there. Sai Master Thopters, whenever you cast an artifact, you get to put a Thopter into play. Shuri, artifact spells cost 1 less, and then you can tap 1 and tap it. Artifact you control becomes a copy of a second target artifact you control until end of turn, except it isn't legendary. Activate only as a sorcery. The original Steel Overseer. Tian La, one of my favorites. I actually have a commander deck that's Tian La. Whenever it becomes tapped, draw a card. Whenever it becomes untapped, put a 1/1 counter on them. Ultron, whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain creature token in addition to its other types. Then we have Vidalcan Artificer. Tap 2 of any one color, spend it only to cast on artifacts or activated abilities for artifacts. Sorceries, we got Fabricate, search your library for an artifact. Thoughtcast and Voyage Home are both draw spells with affinity for artifacts. We have Split Up, so we can tap and untap all of our stuff, and then like 4 up there. And then you can either destroy all tapped creatures or destroy all untapped creatures. We have Windfall in here, so each player discards their hand and then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. Instance, also pretty low because we packed a lot of creatures and a lot of artifacts in here. Dramatic Reversal, untap all non-land permanents you control. We do have Erode, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares as spot removal. To Arms, untap all creatures you control, draw a card. War of Invention, improvise. Search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost of X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Then we have our artifacts. We are running 16. For Mana Rocks, we have Arcane Signet, Azorius Signet. Let's see here. I think that's it. Oh, Soul Ring in here as well. Now, 4 cards that I saw in the person's stack. The Regalia, haste, and when it attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land. Put that card on the battlefield, tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Cruise for 1. And the Thanos Copter. Whenever the Thanos Copter enters, vehicles you control become artifact creatures in addition to... and whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. They also had Dawnsire in there, which is, station, and when it gets a 20+, it's a 20/20, but at 10+, whenever you attack, it shoots something for 100. I did also add in Shamil for Discover, Darksteel Forge to make our artifacts indestructible, Insight Engine because this is budget the One Ring. We have Simulacrum Synthesizer, which is whenever this artifact enters, you scry 2, and then whenever you have one with mana value 3 or greater entry, you make a construct. Swiftfoot Boots is in here. Let's see here. The Eternity Elevator, it's a big mana rock. We have Sarima at 7+. Other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. And when it enters, search your library for a legendary creature, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This is pretty good. Legendary Creature Tutor is always good. Unwinding Clock, untap all artifacts you control during each other player's untap step. And then Uthros Research Craft. This card has won me games several times. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, draw a card, put a charge counter on this spacecraft. And then for our enchantments, we are running Propaganda, Ghostly Prison. We're running Rent is Due. At the beginning of your end step, you may tap 2 untapped creatures and or treasures you control. If you do, draw a card. Otherwise, sacrifice this enchantment. Mechanized Production, impossible to read. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted artifact. Then, if you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name as one another, you win the game. We have Opposition in here, so we can tap our artifacts to tap target artifact, creature, or land. Use your little dorky Thopters and stuff that we're making to tap down all of their blockers and then smash in. We have Thopter Spy Network. It gives you a Thopter, and whenever one or more artifact creatures deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Unstoppable Plan, end of turn, you get to untap all your non-land permanents. Lands, we are running Abandoned Air Temple, puts a 1/1 counter on all your stuff. Buried Ruin gets back artifacts. We have Rogue's Passage in here. Uthros, which becomes a Tolarian Academy. Academy Ruins to bring back artifacts. Adagia to copy your artifacts or enchantments, except for the copy is legendary. But yeah, that is the build. Let's go ahead and see how Moxfield treats me today, shall we? We're going to zoom out here. One of these days, I will get the aspect ratio correct for this. It's because I have an extra wide monitor. We will draw. I am going to drop a Mystic Gate. Next turn, I am going to drop an Ancient Den. We're going to drop Mendicant Core. So we already have speed of 1. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. My 8-year-old budget mouse is giving up the ghost on me, friends. Tap for 3. I'm going to put Palladium Myrrh into play. And I'm going to go ahead and attack for 1, 2, 3. This will get me to speed 2. Can I keep track of speed on here? I cannot keep track of speed. I'm just going to do it with this. We're on speed 2. Next turn, I'm going to play Attica Waste. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Captain America. I'm going to go ahead and tap for 2, which will untap him. We're going to play Silver Myrrh. And we're going to tap for 2 again. We're going to do this a different way. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Sweet. Then he's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing for 4. We're going to put him up to that. Next turn. I'm going to play another island, to be honest with you. Actually, I'm not going to play an island. I'm going to play an Academy Ruins. And what we're going to do on this turn is... I'm going to tap for 2 and 3, which will untap both of these. And I'm going to Windfall. And we're going to say somebody has probably like 6 cards in hand, right? So we discard our hands. And we're going to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet. And now we can play all of this stuff. Because we have that. Tap 1. And tap there. We'll put Shuri into play. We'll play Talisman of Progress. And we'll play a Gold Myrrh. Now, when we move to combat step, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack for 6. We're going to go up. And these have Summoning Sickness. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and during someone else's turn, we're going to, or during the end of our turn, we're going to do that, which untaps both of them. Next turn, we draw. Well, that's a big sad. I wish I had a way to draw right now. That's big sad. Well, we'll just keep attacking. Next turn. Oh, the Eternity Elevator. Except it's legendary, which is really sad. I'm gonna go 2. There we go. There's 5. We put the Eternity Elevator in. So we're gonna crew with these, so it's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. There's 13 charge counters on it. And these all untap. I'm gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have added one more there. I'm gonna go ahead and tap him again to set counters to 21. So we have 21 here. We're going to go ahead and we are going to tap the Iorith, which will untap this. next turn. Rent is due. Not bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to play a land last turn. I'll just do that then, because I would have played a land. At the beginning of your end step, you may tap 2 untapped cards. I'm just going to move to end step, and I'm going to do that. Which will untap them both to draw me a card. Next turn we draw. I'm going to play Uthros. I am going to play Swiftfoot Boots. I'm going to pay 1 to add a copy of Swiftfoot Boots onto the battlefield. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, wait. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12. Set counters. Well, we have ourselves an Academy in 1 turn. These will untap. Gonna go ahead and equip Swiftfoot Boots to him. And Swiftfoot Boots to him. And we're gonna bring in the Mendicant Core. Next turn, we're gonna go ahead and draw. And this is where we commence our end game. This is a slower deck, right? Not the most powerful one in the world. But we have this, so what we're going to do is tap for blue, tap this, and we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We get 9 mana. We used 5 of it for this. And we're going to tap him, which will untap him, which will add 10 counters onto it. And we're going to tap him again to just put the whole 20 on there. Oh, set counters. 20. There we go. It is a 2020 creature. And it's ready to go. And what do we want to do? End of turn, we will tap this, and tap her, which will untap all of them. And use her to untap this, and then the other 2 to draw a card. Next turn. Planes. I'm going to play Uthros Research Craft, right? We're going to make a copy of it. Add token, copy. And then, oh yeah, right there. And then we're going to play the Iron Lad. So they'll get charge counters on them. Which we will draw 2 for. And, ooh. We're going to do this and draw 3. Sweet. Tap for 2, untaps him. And this one, which untaps, putting it up to 3, 4. Foundry Inspector. Create a copy of Foundry Inspector. Everything costs 2 less. We're going to go ahead and add just a shit ton of blue. We're just going to use the term shit ton. We're going to play Psy. We're going to play this with a copy. So when we played this, we needed to draw 2. When we play this, we get to draw 2 because of the Uthros. We're also getting a bunch of Thopters, and everything's costing 2 less currently. We only used 3, 4, 5. We only used 5 of our 20 mana. So we're gonna play Thopter Spy. We are going to who do we want to put mechanized production on? Honestly, I'm gonna mechanized production the Uthros Research Craft. And then this costs 2. We're just gonna play him. And I think we can play a land this turn. I can't remember. we have too much stuff going on, right? And then when we attack, we shoot something for 100. Oh, also, you know, we got to draw 2 for the Regalia. You know, we could make a copy of the Regalia. So we draw, we can play this for free, copy of it. See how this deck can just, like, get out of hand. Draw 2 from the Uthros, play this for free. Draw 2 from the Uthros, draw 2 from the Uthros. See? Nutty. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I am Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.